वेलकम टू अमेजॉन अकेडमी। आई एम विपुल मेहता। कैसे हैं सब लोग? हाय गाइस, हाय लक्ष्मण, गुड इवनिंग। हाय एस एस तू शुभ है ना? योर नेम इज शुभ, राइट? So what we are going to do today is we are going to study the second lecture of thermodynamics. We have covered, hi Rahul, good evening. We have already covered the first lecture of thermo in which we did the definitions. Okay. Today we are going to do the post-mortem of work. So all the possible cases of calculation of work we are going to cover today. Okay. So understand one thing, this all these lectures which we are doing, we are understanding everything from the first principle. So when I say we are understanding everything from the first principle, what does that mean? That means that we are going to cover everything from the basics and you guys have to revise everything with me. Okay. So having said that, for people who don't know me, I am Vipul Mehta, BTech IIT Bombay. If you have Physical Chemistry by Wiley Publication, I am the author of that book. Some rules which you have to follow. Please join the class on time. Watch the complete lecture. In case you miss any lecture, then see the recordings. Revise the previous class notes before coming to the class. Be polite with your peers, your teachers. Be polite in general. Don't spam in the class. Don't use any kind of uncivilized language. There is a My Doubts tab near the chat tab. So in case you have any academic questions, you can ask on the My Doubts tab without disturbing the class. Are we clear? If you are watching this lecture on your laptop, you can use Chrome or Firefox. If you are watching this lecture on your mobile, you can use Android version 6 or above. And the class will run smoothly on 5 Mbps. So make sure that your internet is greater than equal to 5 Mbps for a smooth experience. Okay. So guys, this class, what is the idea behind these lectures? We understood and we realized that over a period of time, class 11 students, they don't pay a lot of attention in class 11th in some topics which are also going to affect their performance in class 12th. So for example, in chemistry, we chose general organic chemistry because a majority of organic chemistry is covered in class 12th. So if your base of GOC is not perfect, then you basically have to do it again. Similarly, if your base of thermo is not proper, then you will have problems in electrochemistry, you will have problems in ionic equilibrium. So these are the two chapters which we have done, and the idea is that you revise these, you build your concept in these chapters, and you actually strengthen them, so that this course is a redemption chance for all of you. Okay. So please, now people who have wasted time or are not able to understand due to any reason, now they have a second chance to. So please make sure that you pay full attention to these courses. Okay. Should we start the lecture today, guys? All set? Rahul, Lakshman, Shubh? All set, guys? Shall we start? So we are going to do two things today. A, we are going to understand what is the definition of work, and B, we are going to calculate work done in different processes. Okay. So if I have to define the work done, how do we calculate the work done? Listen to me carefully now. So in chemistry, when we calculate the work done, let's say this is a massless piston and this is an external force which is acting and the gas is expanding. So I will just write it here. This is the gas. This is a gas. This is an external force which is acting. Okay. And this is expansion which is happening. Okay. So if I say the expansion is happening, let's say dx. If I ask you what is the work done by the external force? Yes, we will have afterwards. There was a technical issue today, Lakshman. We will have it afterwards. Don't worry. Okay. It's only preponed. It is only postponed. It is not cancelled. Okay. So if I ask you what is the small amount of work dW done, what is work? Work is F dot displacement dx, yes or no? Is work F dot dx? Now if I write work is integral of F into dx into cos of angle between them. What is the cos of angle between them? Cos of 180 degree, because F external and dx are at an angle of 180 degree. Now what is cos of 180 degree? Minus 1. So is it not F into dx? Yes or no? Let's write it as F external. Is this clear to everyone? Now tell me one thing. If I say what is pressure external, that will be equal to F external upon area A. So can I say that F external is equal to P external into area A? Yes or no? So if I substitute the value of F external, can I say work is equal to minus of P external into A into dx? Yes or no? Rahul, is it clear to you? KU, is your name Kunal by any chance? Is it clear to all of you? Is this fine? Tell me one thing, can I write area into small volume, small length dx as small volume dv? So can I write work as minus of P external into dv, where dv is the volume? What is your name, KU? Now this is the fundamental definition of work which is valid. Kushagra, hi Kushagra. Is it clear to you, Kushagra, now? The fundamental definition of work is always minus P external into dv. Are we clear about this? So last time we did one thing about the convention of work. So for example, if I tell you that we are doing compression, so what do you mean by compression? Compression implies that the dv value is negative because the volume is going to be less. So can I say W is equal to minus of P external into dv? Now this value will always be positive. Pressure is like 2, 3, 4, 5, any number. Now this dv is negative. So negative into negative is positive. Did we not do this last time? I told you that if it is compression, that the work is going to be positive. Similarly, if I say expansion work, so if I say expansion, then I can say dv is equal to positive. If expansion dv is positive, I can write it as minus P external into dv. Now this value is positive. If it is expansion, this value is also positive. So overall this is negative. So I also mentioned this last time that if it is expansion, the work done is negative. If it is compression, the work done is positive. Are we clear about this? Yes or no? Any doubts till now? Any doubts? Why did we get formulae, sir? Which one? Which formula are you talking about? Lakshman? No, we are not going to do any formula. We are just going to do it as a question every time. The idea is, this is a fundamental thing. When I write always, it is fundamental. I am not using any assumption here. I am just using the definition of work. So actually in chemistry, you actually calculate the work done due to external force. In physics, it is work done by gas. That is the reason the conventions are different. So I will tell you why minus in the formula. What is F dot dx? What is dot product? Lakshman, what is dot product? A dot B. What is A dot B? A into B into cos of angle between them. Yes or no? Can you tell me what is the angle between F external and dx? If dx is this is F external. What is the angle between them? 180 degree. What is cos of 180? Minus 1. That is the reason you have a minus sign. Okay, because I am basically using cos of 180. Okay, Lakshman? Yes, AB cos theta. That's the thing which we are doing, Lakshman. Are we clear now? So basically cos of 180 is minus, so I have to accommodate it minus somewhere, right? Shall we proceed, guys? Not surrounding actually. KU, Kushagra, understand one thing. It is very easy to see the surrounding and basically measure the external pressure. You have an instrument, you can measure the external pressure. Suppose there is a gas cylinder. Can you become a microscopic object and go inside the cylinder and see how the pressure is going to vary? No. So in chemistry, we measure the pressure or the force of the instrument by which we are measuring the pressure. That is the reason it is F external. In physics, we are more interested in basically making engines. So for us, we are more interested in finding what is the work done by the gas. In chemistry, we are more interested in work done by the instrument. Okay. Yes, so basically that is the convention which we are taking. Okay. Okay. Can you now can you now do this question for me? Fine. Start with the basic definition. What is the basic definition? W is equal to integral of minus P external into dV. This is the basic definition. Now can you use this to calculate the work done in this process? So work done for an ideal gas expanding from volume V1 to V2 against constant external pressure, which is equal to P external. Okay, the time starts now. Tell me the answer to this question. Kushagra, Lakshman, Rahul, Kushagra, Lakshman, Rahul, please solve this question for me. P into V2 minus V1, sir. Okay. P into delta V. Okay. P external into V2 minus V1. Okay. Now listen to me carefully. First of all, it is expansion. So work has to be negative. Secondly, I can simply put it like this. This is nothing but minus P external into dV from V1 to V2. Can I say that this is because since pressure external is equal to constant, because it is given to me that external pressure is constant. Now, can I say this is nothing but minus P external into V2 minus V1? Or can I say this is nothing but minus P external into delta V? So one thing which I can say is, let's say this is a PV curve. If this is a PV curve and let's say this is P external, let's say this is volume V1 and let's say this is volume V2. Can you tell me what will be the area under the curve? P external into V2 minus V1? Yes or no? And can I say that this is nothing but expansion happening? So that's the reason I am putting a negative sign. So one note which you must always write is, no, it is not a small mistake, okay? If you are not using a minus sign, it is absolutely wrong. It is not a small mistake. If it is expansion, it has to be negative, Lakshman. Okay, Kushagra. Okay, Rahul. All of you did the same mistake. Don't repeat it again. Okay. So note, area under PV curve is equal to work done. But always take the precaution of looking at expansion or compression. If it is expansion, add a negative sign because it is going to be negative. Are we clear about this? Okay. Can you do this next question for me now? This is your next question. Calculate work done in reversible isobaric expansion of an ideal gas from volume V1 to V2. Given to you is that pressure of gas, P gas, is equal to P, say. Okay, solve this question for me now. And tell me what will be the answer. Yes, Kushagra, Rahul, Lakshman, tell me the answer in this question. Don't do the same mistake which you did in the last question. Make sure that you use the right sign. Yes, anyone? What is the answer to this question? Lakshman, Rahul. Start with the first step. What is the first step? First step is W is equal to integral minus P external into dV. Is it clear to all of you? This is the first step. Now what is the second step? I can say this is nothing but minus P dV. Why? Because since it is reversible process, Very good. Kushar has an answer. Since it is reversible process, can I say that P external is equal to P gas is equal to P1? Yes or no? So I can write it as P. Let's say I am taking it as P, so I will write it as P. Now tell me one thing. It is isobaric process. So can I say pressure P is constant? Since isobaric, therefore pressure P is constant. So can I say work is minus P into V2 minus V1? Or can I say work is minus P into delta V? So if I draw the PV curve here, let's say this is P, this is V, this is P gas. Let's say this is volume V1, let's say this is volume V2, pressure P is constant. So if I ask you area under the curve, the area under this curve is P gas into V2 minus V1, and P gas is nothing but P, so you can use minus P dV. Why minus? Because it is expansion. Now I have a question for all of you. This is clear to everyone? This is clear to everyone? Now I have a question for all of you. Listen to me carefully. Let's say this gas is expanding. So there is P external which is acting from the outside, and there is P gas which is acting from the inside. If the gas is expanding, so can I say for expansion, if it is expanding, P gas is always to be greater than P external? Yes or no? It can be equal. Equal will be equilibrium, but otherwise P gas will be greater than P external. Yes or no? Because if it is expanding, the force which is due to P gas should be greater. Yes or no? This is simple. So in the previous question, when we took P external, which was irreversible process, this is the area under the curve, P external into dV. So can I say that the modulus of work done in reversible process will always be greater than the modulus of irreversible process? Because see, this area, yellow area, will always be less than the blue area. Yes or no? Because P gas will always be greater than P external because the gas is expanding. Yes or no? So can I say that reversible processes are more efficient because more work will be done? Are we clear? All of us? Any doubts? Any doubts, anyone? Lakshman, Kushagra, Rahul, any doubts, guys? This is clear to everyone. Shall we proceed? MK, hi. MK, is it clear? Shall we proceed? Perfect. Let's do the next question. Tell me the answer to this question. Okay. Start with the fundamental definition and tell me the answer to this question. If it is expansion, it will always be less than. Right, Kushagra? If it is expansion, they cannot be. If it is irreversible, P gas cannot be equal to P external, and if it is expansion, P gas has to be greater than P external. Okay, DG is saying that the answer is 0. Okay, let's check. Rahul is saying that the answer is 0. Lakshman is saying that the answer is 0. Kushagra is saying that the answer is 0. Okay, MK, 0. 0 is the right answer. We will start with the fundamental definition. Work is minus of P external into dV. So I can say work is equal to 0. Why? Since it is an isochoric process. Yeah, Lakshman. since it is isochoric process, therefore volume is equal to constant, and if volume is equal to constant, dV is equal to 0. You can also understand it like this: if this is the PV curve, if it is isochoric, this is the line, right? What is the area under this line? 0. So work has to be 0. It is reversible, irreversible, doesn't matter. The area will always be 0. Are we clear about this? Shall we proceed to the next question? Shall we proceed to the next question, guys? Okay. This is your next question. Calculate work done in reversible isothermal expansion of n moles of an ideal gas at temperature is equal to T from volume V1 to V2. I will try, Lakshman. We have a plan to launch the NEET course as well, so don't worry about it. Can you tell me the answer to this question? It is reversible isothermal expansion. Start with the basic definition, what is work, and then start to derive it. NRT. I wish it was so easy. Minus NRT. No. Anyone else? Guys, please try once. Use your paper and pen properly. What is the first step? Work is minus of P external dV. This is the first step. Okay. Now use this step to go to the next step. See what information is given to you. Lakshman, it is given to you that it is reversible. So what will be next step? This will be minus of P dV. Why? Since it is reversible, therefore I can say P external is equal to P gas is equal to P, say. Clear? Now, can I say that since it is an ideal gas, can I say PV is equal to nRT? So P is nRT by V dV. Why? Yes, it is. Since it is ideal gas, therefore P is equal to nRT by V. Wow, Kushagra, you got the right answer. That's the right answer. So I can say in the next step, since it is isothermal, if it is isothermal, I can say it is nothing but minus nRT coming out because moles are constant. Temperature is also constant. Why? Since isothermal, therefore temperature is constant. Now if temperature is constant, it will come out. And what will be this integral dV by V ln of V2 by V1? So can I say work is nothing but minus nRT ln of V2 by V1. So this is work done for reversible isothermal expansion. Or you can say, yes, you can also call it as minus nRT ln of pressure is P1, P2. Why? Since isothermal, therefore P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Simple enough. So you can use anything, V2 by V1 or P1 by P2. Are we clear? Now if I draw the PV curve, this is P, this is V. If I draw the PV curve, it is something like this. So if this is V1, if this is V2, so the area under this curve is effectively this. For an isothermal, reversible isothermal expansion. Are we clear about this? What is P1 and P2? Initial pressure and final pressure. So if initial volume is V1, final volume is V2, temperature is constant. Can I say P1 V1 barabar P2 P2? Can I say both of them will be equal? Mg Is it clear to all of you? Shall we proceed, guys? Shall we proceed? Okay. Moving on to the next question. Now, this question will tell you that if you blindly learn the formulas without understanding the derivations, you will get stuck. I will just prove it to you now. Just look at this question. There's only one word change, irreversible. Tell me the answer in this question. Your time starts now. Tell me your answer in this question and your time starts now. It's very sweet of you to say, Lakshman. A teacher is as good as the students are. So you guys have to be better to make me better. Minus P external into V2 minus V1. Okay, let's check. Anyone else? Kushagra, MG, Rahul. What is the answer in this question? So see, I don't know, I don't remember anything. I will simply use the fundamental definition of work. So work is minus of P external dV. Now can I write P external is equal to P here? No, because it is irreversible. I cannot write P external is equal to P. And it is given to me that the pressure is constant. So the only thing which I can do is I can write it as minus P external integral dV from V1 to V2, since P external is equal to constant. So this will be nothing but, yes Lakshman, you are correct. This will be nothing but minus P external V2 minus V1. So if you blindly just remember for isothermal as minus nRT ln V2 by V1 without looking at whether it is reversible or irreversible, your answer will be incorrect. I hope it is clear to everyone. This is a very nice chapter if you understand the fundamentals, because it is a beautiful chapter. You can derive everything. What happens is, in the process of learning so many things so fast, you end up remembering random formulae. That's where the story gets bad. And there is no problem remembering the formulae, but you must know how to derive them. So in case you get confused, you at least have a backup option of actually deriving it. Shall we proceed, guys? Shall we proceed? Perfect. Now I am giving you a question. There is a process PV to the power of x is equal to constant. So the gas follows this process. PV to the power of x is equal to constant. Let the constant is equal to k. The gas is following this process. It is a reversible process. You have to calculate the work done. Okay. Initial temperature is given to you as T1 and final temperature is given to you as T2. Okay, I'm giving you 5 minutes. Try to get the answer of this question. Your time starts now. Try to get the answer to this question. Your time starts now. Yes, what is the answer to this question? You want me to give you a hint or you will do it on your own? Kushagra, Rahul, MG, Lakshman, you want me to give you a hint or will you try to do it on your own? Yes. What is the first step? Hint? Okay. Oh, Lakshman is saying we will do it. That's the spirit. Rahul, why don't you try once? Okay, I will give you a hint. Okay. This is the hint. Okay, this is the hint. We will do it. That's the spirit, guys. That's the spirit. Good job. Okay, Rahul. Next step is it is reversible. So can you write this as minus P into dV? Yes or no? Since reversible, therefore P external is equal to P gas is equal to P. Now from here, can you say that P is equal to K into V to the power of minus X? Now do it, Rahul. Now try to do it. Try to do it now. Well tried, but the answer is not this. Well tried, but the answer is not this. Okay, Lakshman. Okay. Can I write P as minus K V to the power of minus X into dV? Yes or no? Can I write this as minus K? What is integral V to the power of minus X dV? It is minus X plus 1 upon minus X plus 1. Yes or no? From V1 to V2. Now if I adjust this minus with this, can I say it is nothing but K V2 to the power of minus X plus 1 minus K V1 to the power of minus X plus 1 upon X minus 1? Yes or no? Now can I say that P2 is equal to K V2 to the power of minus X, and can I say that P1 is equal to K V1 to the power of minus X? Yes or no? Right? Any doubt still now? So similarly, if I write this as K V2 to the power of minus X into V2 minus K V1 to the power of minus X into V1 upon X minus 1. Is there any problem? Is there any problem if I write it like this? There is a problem? Or is it okay? So can I say this is nothing but P2 V2 minus P1 V1 upon X minus 1? Can I say P2 V2 minus P1 V1 is nothing but N R delta T upon X minus 1? Can I say this is nothing but work done? Yes or no? Is it clear to everyone? So for example, X can be minus 1, so your work will be N R delta T upon minus 1, that is minus 2. X can be minus 2, X can be 1, X can be 2, X can be anything. X cannot be 1 bus. If X is equal to 1, then you have an isothermal process. Yes or no? Clear? It is clear to everyone? So now, using this information, can you solve the question here? Calculate work done for an ideal gas. Why will you differentiate, Kushagra? If you will differentiate, you are assuming that one thing is constant. But why will you put dV? No, it is not right. Because this, see, everything should be in one variable. So now everything is in one variable. You cannot have pressure as well as dV as variable. Okay? Okay? Tell me the answer in this question, Kushagra. What will be the answer? Kushagra, you got your mistake? Always put the other variable. For example, if it is x into dy, put x in terms of y. Don't put the value of dy. That's incorrect. Because then you will have two variables in one equation. Okay? Now try to solve this answer. So what is adiabatic? PV to the power of gamma is equal to constant. So can you tell me the answer to this question? If it was PV to the power of x is equal to constant, what was the work done? Work was n r delta t upon x minus 1, right? So what will be the work done here? This is also reversible. So what will be the answer here? W is equal to n r. Instead of x, I will write gamma minus 1 into delta t. Yes or no? Now this is nothing but, see, we know that Cp upon Cv is equal to R. Therefore, I can say Cp is equal to R into Cv. Yes or no? This is first equation. Also, Cp minus Cv for an ideal gas is equal to R. Sorry, this is gamma. So can I substitute, this is equation 2. So if I substitute Cp as gamma Cv minus Cv is equal to R, can I say that Cv is equal to R upon gamma minus 1? So can I say this is nothing but N into Cv into delta T? Yes or no? Now we will derive the same work for adiabatic in one line after we completely finish the first law. I will derive this work done in reversible adiabatic process in one line. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Any doubts? Any doubts? Is it clear to everyone, guys? Shall we proceed? Shall we proceed? Can you do one question for me? Can you do this question for me? Tell me the answer to this question. The maximum work done in reversible adiabatic process in magnitude from the same initial and final state is in argon, N2, CO2 or XCO3. Your time starts now. Tell me the answer to this question. Yes, please tell me the answer to this question. Work for reversible adiabatic is N R upon gamma minus 1 into delta T, right? Now initial final state is same, so this is same. Moles are also same. So basically you have to work on this term. Now as atomicity increases, what do you mean by atomicity? Atomicity is number of atoms. As atomicity increases, gamma decreases. So gamma for monoatomic is 1.66. If you have two atomic, diatomic, it is 1.40. Triatomic 1.33. So can I say that the value of gamma for argon is maximum, then it is N2, then it is CO2, and then it is XeO3? Yes or no? So can I say that as gamma increases, gamma minus 1 increases? And as gamma minus 1 increases, work decreases. So can I say this gamma is the least, so work is maximum here? So can I say the answer will be D for Delhi? Simple enough, guys. Rahul, you have given the right answer. Good job. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Kushagra? Lakshman? Lakshman, is it clear to you? Shall we proceed? This is one question which is irreversible adiabatic expansion. I am writing it here just for your reference. We will do this after we finish the first law. That is the reason I am putting star here. So I am saying after we finish the first law, we will do this. As of now, just let it be in your notes. Okay. So I will do this. I know it. Okay. Do this question for me. Calculate work done in free expansion for an ideal gas. You don't have to find the gamma value. You just have to see whether it is maximum or minimum, right? Right, Kushagra? Although you can find the value of gamma is F by 2 into R into T, so you have to find the degree of freedom. Ideally, you can do it, which we will cover also. But as of now, you don't need to know the exact value. You just need to comment. 0. Lakshman is saying the answer in this is 0. Okay. Anyone else? Kushagra, Rahul, MG. Rahul is saying the answer is 0. Kushagra is also saying the answer is 0. So pretty straightforward. I can start with work. The definition of work is minus of P external into dV. Now what is free expansion? Expansion against vacuum. So I can say work is equal to 0. Why? Since P external is equal to 0. Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Shall we proceed, guys? Yes. So I told you last time that external in free expansion P external is equal to 0, and I will prove that the work is 0. Now you understand why the work is 0, because there is no F external to oppose the expansion. Exactly correct, Kushagra. Very right. So now please take your pen and paper out, because I am going to ask you some questions. You are going to solve these questions for me. Okay? Okay. This is the first question. Your time starts now. 2 moles of an ideal gas is subjected to following. A to B, it is reversible isothermal expansion to twice the volume, and B to C, it is isochoric cooling to 300 Kelvin. Okay, tell me the answer to this question. Yes, guys, tell me the answer to this question. Yes. Yes, tell me the answer to this question. Kunal, Kushagra, Rahul, Lakshman. I can say that total work is WAB plus WBC. Yes or no? So this is reversible isothermal. So work is minus nRT ln V2 by V1. And this is isochoric. So work will be 0. Now what is N? N is 2. If the answer is in joules, the value of R is to be taken as 8.314. What is temperature? 400 Kelvin. Now what is final volume? Twice the initial volume. So this is 2V if this is V. So this is nothing but minus 2 into 8.314 into 400 into 2.303 log 2. This will come out to be minus 4.609 kilojoules. Is it clear to everyone? B is the right answer. Yes, Kushagra. Is it clear to everyone how we are solving this? We are just breaking into steps. We know each individual step, how to tackle it, and then we can. Yeah, calculation is lengthy, but you just have to multiply. Lakshman, Rahul, honestly, you see, this type of calculation can be asked. You just have to multiply an approximate answer. You have to earn your marks somehow. Can we do the next question now, guys? All set? All ready for the next question? This is your next question. All these are actually 1 mole. Don't see N. Okay? Your time starts now. So it is 1 RT ln V2 by V1, 1 RT ln V2 by V1 with a negative sign, minus RT ln V2 minus B upon V1 minus B, plus RT ln V2 minus B upon V1 minus B. Tell me the answer to this question. Your time starts now. Yes. Tell me the answer to this question. What is the first step? Work is minus P external dV. It is given to me that it is done reversibly. Yes. Yes, Rahul. Yes, Lakshman. Is this fine, Lakshman? Is this fine, Lakshman? Because it is reversible. Now, can I write P as nRT by V or RT upon V minus B? Tell me, Lakshman. And this will go from V1 to V2. Now, since the temperature is constant, it is isothermal. Can I say this is nothing but minus RT dV upon V minus B from V1 to V2? So this is nothing but minus RT ln V2 minus B minus upon V1 minus B. The answer is C. C is the right answer. Lakshman, it is not very difficult, right? It is the same concept. That is the power of fundamentals. If you know fundamentals, I can give you anything, any equation, van der Waals, real gas, doesn't matter. Because I know how to start the question, I know how to put the values. That's it. So I started with the fundamental equation, I read reversible, I read isothermal, I did the rest. Is it okay, Lakshman, now? Can you do the question if it appears in front of you again? See, this is a class where you will learn. So obviously I don't expect all of you to do all the questions in the first go, but I want you to do this question now if it is shown to you again. Will you be able to do it? Yes or no? Yes, perfect. That's the spirit. This is your homework. I'm just telling you, zinc is solid, H2SO4 is dilute or aqueous solution, ZnSO4 is aqueous solution, and H2 is gas. Now use this information to get the answer to this question. This is your homework. We will discuss this in the next class. Okay? Solve this question for me. Calculate the work done in the following process. You are given a PV graph. You have to tell me the answer in liter atmosphere. Your time starts now. Tell me your answer to this. You will do it. Okay, tell me the answer to this question. A. Okay. Rahul is saying A. Kushagra is saying that the answer is A. Lakshman, what is your answer? Lakshman, what is your answer? So I know that the work done is area under PV curve. Okay. And I know it is not a state function, so the value cannot be 0. It is path function. A. Okay. So work done will be half into pressure is 4 minus 1, which is 3, into volume is 3 minus 1, which is 2. So this is 3 liter atmosphere. The only thing is I don't know the sign. So how do we see the sign? I am magnifying this part. Okay. I am magnifying this part. I will just show it to you. This is A and this is B. So between A to B, what is the area under the curve? Let's say this is your x-axis. So what is the area under the curve between A to B? It is expansion. This is the area under the curve. So can I say this is all negative? Yes or no? Yes or no? Between B to C, the work will be 0. If this is C, yes or no? Because it is isochoric. If I say what will be the work from C to A, this will be work from C to A, it is compression. So this will be positive. So if I ask you what is the net work, I will say, I will just shade it for you. What is the net work? Just a second, okay? So I will just shade it for you. What is the net work? This blue area minus this red area is the net work. So can I say this is your network, basically this triangle. So yes, you are calculating the area, which is clear to you, simple enough. You are calculating the area. Okay. Now this area is negative or positive? Tell me. So the answer will be B for Bombay. Are we clear? So can I simply write for a PV curve in a cyclic process, work is equal to negative if it is clockwise and work is equal to positive if it is anti-clockwise. Are we clear? You can simply say next time you can calculate the work and then you can say, oh, it is clockwise, the work is negative. But I also derived it for you so that you will never forget it now. Are we clear about this, guys? Yes or no? Are we clear? Now it's clear. So you don't need to remember. See, it is okay if you remember clockwise, anti-clockwise, but you should still know how it was derived in the very first place, Kushagra. That is the power of doing things from first principle. Okay? This is something which you have done. Can you do this question for me? Okay, tell me the answer to this question. Tell me the answer to this question. Time starts now. Read the question properly. Which one? Which one, Lakshman? This one? You want me to do this question again? Or this question? This question? So from A to B, the total work is blue area. From B to C, the work is 0. From C to A, total work is red area. So what is the total work? Blue area minus red area, which is nothing but the green area. Yes or no? And this green area is effectively nothing but negative, because it is only the blue area which is excess. Blue area is in excess. Yes or no? What is blue? Blue is negative, so the net answer will be negative. So for this, I can simply say, if any time you are given a cycle, if it is clockwise, always the expansion work will be more. Okay. Now solve this question for me. Find the network. Find the network in this case. So first thing is, it is P versus T curve. It is not P versus V curve. So if I have to find the network, I will say it is WAB plus WBC plus WCD plus WDA. Yes or no? What is WAB? It is isothermal. Pressure is increasing, so isothermal compression. So can I say, if it is isothermal process, what is work? Work is minus nRT ln V2 by V1. So can I say it is nothing but minus nRT ln P1 by P2? Yes or no? So can I say this is nothing but minus 1 into R? What is temperature? 600. What is ln P1? What is pressure? 1, 2, P2 is 3. Yes or no? WBC is isobaric expansion. So it is P delta V, or I can say it is minus NR delta T. So I can say minus N into R. What is delta T? Delta T is T final, which is 800 minus 600. Yes or no? This is again isothermal expansion. So the work will be minus N into R. Now this time the T value is 800. ln 3 by 2. Because the final pressure is 2 and the initial pressure is 3. And what will be this? This will be again isobaric compression. So if it is isobaric compression, it will be minus P delta V, that will be minus N R delta T. Now final temperature here is this and initial is this. So first of all, can I say that this will cancel out with this? Yes or no? And can I say that this is nothing but minus 600 R? I can say this is plus 600 R. One negative sign goes here, ln 3 by 2. So what I am left is minus 800 R ln 3 by 2 plus 600 R ln 3 by 2. If I mix both of them, the answer will be minus 200 R ln 3 by 2. So can you do these type of questions now? You just have to see, be vigilant, use all the derivations. So today we have done the complete post-mortem of how to calculate work. Are you guys feeling confident now of doing problems related to work done? Yes or no? Are you guys feeling confident of doing problems related to work done? Yes? So I hope we will have all the more fun in the next lecture when we will do the post-mortem of internal energy and enthalpy and heat. And in the lecture after that, we will do the first law of thermodynamics. So I hope all of you enjoyed the lecture. Now please do the DPP. Please now, after the class is finished, right, make sure that you write everything properly and revise. Okay. I wish all of you the very best of health. Please stay safe and happy learning.
For detailed videos, daily practice problems and live chat, visit academy.amazon.in or download the app.